Hello, beautiful beings. How are we doing today? I'm gonna take the cover off of my palette. The cat has taken to walking across the palette, so like even though he's not interested in licking the paint per se, if he walks across the palette when it's wet, he will get watercolor on his little paws and then lick it off, and that's not good. So, hi BP, and hi Bwib, and hi Shawnee. How you doing? Okay, deep breath. I'm like massively overwhelmed already this week. I have a lot to get done before the end of the month and I'm scared. Oh, interesting, BP. I guess that makes sense, like, because makes sense as in, yeah, everything do be a monopoly nowadays, kind of a thing. I will also warn you guys that I'm eating on stream because I didn't have time for lunch before I started streaming. So if you hear me chewing, sorry about it. Hi, Stars and Raiders. Welcome in. I will do a stretchy. Hi, Grim. Thank you, Shawnee. Literally just cleaned my glasses and there's already a smudge on them. Why?
Oh my god, why did you just take the freaking Taco Bell?
Hi, Grim. Hi, Diavra. Yeah, gotta merge them tabs, you know? Can I, like, have vaguely clean glasses now, please? Thank you. Alright. Yeah, that's fair, BP. Although, like, probably isn't the Clorox parent company Johnson & Johnson or something like that? So it's, like, even another level up. But, like, even, like, Kraft, for instance, like, that we think of as a food brand, definitely owns, like, a lot of other shit. Because, again, they do be eating each other up like Pac-Man. Oh, is it? Okay. I forget. I saw something, and I'm not going to remember the whole thing, but I saw like a company, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that that company owned this kind of a thing. It was a candy, but I'm not going to remember which candy it was. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I knew Burt's Bees sold out like a long time ago. But, compliment for myself. How about I was very careful with my to-do list this week to break down everything into steps so that I can actually see how far along I am in things instead of just writing the whole thing so that I only get to check it off when it's done, and that way I don't get any dopamine whatsoever. So I set it up so that it is easier for me to get good brain chemicals, which will make me work better. So I guess the compliment is I have done a good job of setting myself up for better success. To put that succinctly. But yeah, I did post my to-do list for this week in the Discord, in the journal channel. So if you want to understand why I'm feeling mildly overwhelmed, you can go look at that. Yeah. I got a lot going on. This month is busy. I did all those things. Okay, so I'm also gonna end up talking with my mouth full a lot today, so you're welcome. We're gonna work on finishing this guy. I did sketch out, like, I have the finished line art of 3 more bugs. I just haven't transferred it onto art paper. And I was working on the 4th bug this morning, so I should be able to get that done soonish. And then I just need to transfer those all onto art paper. And then we can work on those. I also have another project that I want to do for the color this month that I will get started. And then we can work on that too. And not all of these I may work on stream. I might work on some off stream. I also think at some point this week, so either, well, no, on Friday. It would be on Friday. So on Friday, we are going to do a no mic stream again. On Wednesday, Cap is going to be on stream with me. So you can come see us be disgusting together. So yeah, I get why you find that useful, Blib, but I'm not going to use any AI. I am perfectly capable of breaking my to-do list down myself. And honestly, the specialization for my own to-do list as an artist and a small business owner is not something that I expect something like generative AI would be helpful with. Yeah, that's fair. I've gotten good at it, and part of that, I just realized that this art is like crushing one of my brushes. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I like, even if that was something that was like super helpful to me, I still find the environmental impact of AI is not something that I can in good conscience use. But I am theoretically, like, in the background, one of the projects that I've been working on is a like a fill out kind of journal with to-do list structuring and stuff like that. So at some point, once I get that done, I'm working on it very slowly because I'm trying to not overwhelm myself since I have so much other work going on. But that, and then like little activities to help you retrain your brain to see things more positively and stuff like that I've done for myself over time. So I'm working on that being a like downloadable PDF thing. So I've been working on that slowly in the background. So at some point, you might be able to get to use that. But again, I'm trying to not push myself with it, so. But it's another one of those things where it's like a lot of little steps that I need to do to make it functional. And it's a lot of like working with my own brain to figure out how to make something that I do understandable to somebody that is not inside of my brain, right? Which I often find that a little bit difficult because, like, for instance, in my general mood tracking, I have a color system and I know the color system. Nobody else knows the color system. So if you looked at my mood tracking, you'd be like, I don't know what the fuck this means. And I'd be like, the green means anxiety. Kind of a thing. So, like, if I'm setting this up for somebody else to theoretically use, I need to set it up in a way that other people can approach and understand, which is a lot of weird thinking that is very taxing for me. But, like, we'll get there. I've just been working on it slowly in the background for a long while. But you look like you just came back from war. What's going on? Yeah. He didn't even finish all of his cheese that I gave him this morning. I had to pull 2 pieces of it out here to give to him again. Mm-hmm. I think he just got distracted, honestly. Because I break the cheese up into little pieces and then put it down because, like, he will try to take pieces out of my hand, but he often ends up biting my fingers because he gets a little bit too excited. Which, like, valid, I also would bite the hand that fed me cheese. So I put it down for him, and sometimes he loses track of the pieces, I think. Or he'll, like, pick it up and try to bite it, and then it'll break in half, and he'll miss the other half that falls out, you know, kind of a thing. So, I'm sure it wasn't, like, fully rejected cheese, but it was a missed cheese. All right. I need to figure out where I'm starting on this. I probably should do base colors for the frog and the rosemary first. Pull up my reference images here, because I was also working on other stuff, which I'm sure shocks everybody that I was working on more things. Where did I put this? Find my reference images, because I cobbled together like 72 different reference images for this, so it's like, oh, where'd it go? Trying to decide what color to do for the base on the rosemary. Alright, how is everybody else doing today? I hope that your brain is working better than mine is today. There's a cat here on my painting. Here. Yeah. I have more things to do today, as a matter of fact, even. Hey. I do also have another mental health appointment next week, which I believe I've told you guys already, but there probably won't be a stream on Monday. By probably, I mean I'm going to say that there's no stream, because I don't know when I will be back home, and it will stress me out. If I don't, like, if I'm like, well, we'll see, it will stress me out. So there's just not going to be a stream on Monday. Nice. We love a day off. And hey, brain, you want to finish that sentence, bro? And getting our immunization up to date. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, good luck or something. Okay. Okay. And you're doing dinner or should I plan something? Okay. Okay, cool. Well, the words that they say are never real things. Like, alright, cool. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you. My model was done by one of my friends. Doodlebee. And they do... Thank you, stars. I was just typing it out, but my laptop's too slow. They do take commissions for PNG tubers now, so you should definitely go check them out. That would be through their Ko-fi, which is there. Thank you. Okay. Just getting base colors. You don't need to try to do all the detail now because it won't work, silly. Yeah! Gotta support the friends. I almost said gotta support the homies, and I know exactly which streamer I get to blame for that. I need to stop saying homies. I'm too white to say homies. Hi, come on. Can I help you? You're gonna get up there and get cozy and then we can like actually work? Is that your plan? Han is a cat that we're taking care of. There we go. Yes, he's gonna get up there on his little tortilla blanket and then I can actually do some frickin' work. I wanted to do this. I actually want to start with a different color. I changed my mind. I need to do kind of like a... I'm going to start laying down the colors for the frog here, which involve a little bit of a more kind of muted yellowy brown. Orange! You got it, Toast. Alright. That color will be there when I get back to it. Oh no, you're fine, Shawnee. I was thrilled by getting the photos at all. It was so funny because I literally told Cap like 10 minutes earlier that you thought you were gonna have another house guest. And then I got the message and he was like already halfway asleep. And I was like, oh, Shawnee got the possum. Orange star for Toast. Yes, perhaps the same possum. It might be a repeat guest. Shawnee said they were a lot chiller than last time. I mean, you guys are getting pretty good at trapping, so... Yeah, right? Their house now. Alright. A little orange star for Toast. Into the bucket it goes. Yeah, I feel that too, honestly. Because, like, I don't even need to be outside of my usual sleep schedule to get defensive. Okay. Oh, good toast. I too have been a victim of autocorrect lately. I tried to say sat down with food to Cap yesterday and it said sad down with food, even though I told it not to do that 3 times. Which was kind of funny because I just had like a cheeky little mentee bee. You know how it is? Like I had just gotten done having like a huge crying fit. So Cap was like, oh, Freudian slip. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. That's also valid. I want to do a little bit of the frog underneath the drink here, but I don't want to do a huge amount. I'm just going to have like the inkling of it being under the water. Well, under the drink. You like staring at the colors on this, like, what was it using these for? Can I mix with these and it'll be fine? Yes, because we were doing the leaves last time and I'm happy with where those are. I find it interesting because like I grow my nails out, so I just let them like naturally grow out. And at a certain point of thumbnail length, my touch keyboard has no fucking clue what I'm doing because I hold my finger so differently. It's pretty funny. Also, I guess I was going to say his funny little ears, but honestly, I don't even know if that's what those are. But the little, like, I'm calling it an ear. The little ear on them is so funny. I also need to remember that they have, like, this little gold ring around their pupil. That intrigues me. Oh yeah, I used to bite my nails when I was like little, so like in elementary school, but then I decided that I wanted long nails, so I stopped. Which apparently is not how most people stop doing things. They don't just decide to stop and then stop. Because that's been the case with a number of things for me. I'm just like, oh, we're done doing that now, and then I stop. Which I'm guessing is neurodivergent behavior, if I had to be honest. Like, some things are difficult to stop, but for the most part, I can just go, nah, and be done. I did alter to biting the skin around my nails at that point, though, which was probably worse long term than biting the nails, but I also stopped doing that eventually, so. Okay, let me do... pupil and let that dry. Well, get the idea of the pupil in here. Concept of a nostril. He's already looking more like a frog. We're well on our way. Oh, I don't know that any of our Canadians are here, but happy Thanksgiving, Canadians. And to everyone else, happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Actually, I might make that pupil a little bit bigger. Okay. Oh, you guys know what I finally did this weekend? Listen to the new ACS album. And then immediately forgot to add all the new songs to the stream playlist. As you do. Yeah, it's they do it on Indigenous Peoples Day. America is kind of the weird one there, I think. Thank you, Shawnee. I had a hell of a time getting out of bed yesterday and like convincing myself to do things that I needed to do. So I was like, all right, we're putting on this album and we have to do the things until the album is done. And then we can do the other things. It's just like, it's like a 40-minute album. It's not super long or anything. But sometimes you just gotta trick your brain into being vaguely functional. Ooh, you guys have brisket? That sounds great. We were always turkey. I know that Sleepy's family often does ribs because Sleepy doesn't like turkey or ham. Which I also don't like ham, but I do like turkey well enough. Yeah, yeah. My I've talked about my best friend a little bit, the one who passed away. His thing was always that turkey tastes like old wet napkins, like paper towels, kind of a thing. Which, like, I get, like, I can understand that, but I always thought that was funny. It was a bit he did. Ooh, that sounds great, Wib. Yeah, my mom always did the like cooking for our holidays. She like really enjoyed doing like the puzzle of figuring out how to cook everything with what we had and then having it all land on the table at the same time, kind of a thing. Which would make me insane, but she really liked doing it. And so does my brother, so he usually cooks for Thanksgiving now. Although it's just like the two of us usually. So he usually just does like a turkey breast because that's the part I like. I'm not a dark meat person. Which was the center of a lot of jokes when I went over to, because at one point when I was dating Ben was black. And so when I went to Thanksgiving with them and I was like, I'll take the white meat, and somebody was like, oh, well, that's not what you were saying in bed, was it? And I was like, you know what? It was funny. I still think it's funny, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. Well, they had turducken one year, actually, which I was not a big fan of. I just don't really like game meat, honestly. Though, I'm kind of jumping topics repeatedly. I don't know if Greg's gonna have time to cook this year. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Makes sense to sous vide it and then smoke it. Okay. Once that rosemary's done, I do need to mess with the glass behind the rosemary a little bit. I left that so that I wasn't going to be dueling watercolor layers there. But I do think that rosemary looks just fine. I wasn't planning on like making it crazy. Like a vibe, you know? Do you think I'll do a little bit of green here, like down here so that it's clear that it does actually continue once we get to the actual cocktail part? But We've got a cranberry right there to block it, which was great thinking past me, so that I don't have to worry about it. Let's see here. Need to work on our froggy boy some more. I do also have the hot chocolate jelly bean to work on the side here too. So that will also be a thing, I think, because I'll need to leave layers to dry for the frog as we're building him up. We just need to get the frog and the cocktail done. And then I'll probably ink the wording offline. Just because that'll be easier for me to manage. I will hydrate, thank you. I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess that's Pioneer because Grim has already shown up today. Hi, Pioneer. I have done a sippy. I will do stretchy. Nothing wrong with it. I'm also just like, I don't know, hyper perceptive, I think, in general. So I pick up on patterns quickly. But also, like, oh no, I'm known for caring about my friends. What a horrible fate. Are dry? Yes. Hey, Arya. I feel like we've all been having a lot of days lately. You know what I mean? Because, me too. Next question is, do I want to shade the cranberries and then do the liquid? That's probably the right idea. So let's do that. Oh, yeah, I feel you. All I said was I feel like a lot of us have been having days lately. It's been kind of like the whole vibe for a lot of folks, me included. I'm sure part of it is just like seasons changing for folks, so like the light goes away, you know? Real, I will help you with that, Shawnee. Yeah, whoever is in charge of whatever the fuck this is, we're gonna have words. And the words are gonna be say goodbye to your shins. And I also, speaking of interesting times, because the book I'm reading was going on about Trump last night while I was reading it. Which is why I'm hopping topics. But I need to like rush and finish my book because there's somebody else waiting for it, which means I cannot renew my hold. So I have 2 days to finish the rest of this book. We'll see how successful I am at that. It's not the end of the world if I go back in the wait list and then wait until the other person is done. But it is one of those things where I'm like, yes, we needed added pressure. Thanks so much. Which is funny because that book has been sitting with no holds on it for like a month and a half since I returned it last time because I got a different book.
Does it feel good? Huh?
They changed it, Wib. So it used to be for Libby specifically that you could check out the ebook, and if you read it with Kindle, you could return it on the library side, and it would go back because the Kindle stuff was not fully connected. But they changed it. And I also I can't just leave my iPad, which I use for like everything, in airplane mode that long. But for Libby, at least that no longer works. Yeah, I think once I started seeing people like give, like telling other people that they could do that, I was like, oh, that's like telling the teacher we had homework. That's gonna end right quick. And lo and behold. I legally cannot talk about doing stuff like that on Twitch without risking a ban. So I cannot tell you to do that. It actually goes against our contracts. Yeah, if you talk about it at all, you technically risk a ban. It just depends on if somebody's looking at you or not.
Why do you like Halloween so much?
It's always Halloween in my soul.
It's also the time that we dress up and threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat.
Enjoy your treat, Shawnee. I dropped water on here somewhere.
Doesn't feel good? Huh? Yes. Me not being able to see my pencil sketch. Did I put another cranberry back here? I think I did. And I did. Which will end up getting covered a bit, but that's okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere. It's so funny how if you're working with water, like if you have something underneath the water, if you just do like a squiggle, it looks like a reflection. It's so easy. Okay. Okay, figuring out how to do the refractive light on the, like, through the liquid here is going to be a thing. Because, like, the way light shines through liquid like this is something. I'm also trying to decide if I should outline the design a little bit more before I make this really dark. I think that is the right idea. All right, I take it back. We aren't doing that quite yet. We're gonna shade the design a little bit first. Because I will lose it underneath all of that color.
Now, here comes the music.
Oh, thank you. I might make that cheaper. I
did make it like pretty cheap in comparison to my other stuff, but I might just take it down to like a single channel point. Because I do have a timer on it, so. Yeah, so there's a timer on it. I think I did like a half hour or something. Do I remember what I did? No. I just remember thinking that. Because I run in the same circles as Herpel, so. Oh, that's not the color. He's color. Although Herpel is not the only spammer in our circles. Herpel is just really good at stress testing stuff for streamers. Although really, Herpel doesn't really spend that much time here, so. But again, Herpel is not the only person who likes to spam things. Yeah, exactly. Although, if I'm on my own stream, honestly, and I get, like, overstimmed, I can literally just take my headphones off. So, I have complete control here. Although that works for stream. That does not work for the loud neighbors, you know. So. Probably not. It's probably just gonna be the same stuff as usual because I don't have time to be doing that. And I also don't have split audio, so it would have to be something that won't get me bopped on Twitch and on YouTube, which the overlap for that is a lot less than you would think. But I mean, you guys can just listen to us flirt, and that's the playlist, right? I'm not sure exactly what I'll be working on Wednesday, other than Flustering Cat. But we'll see. I have plenty of shit to do, so. Hi, Cat. Yeah, Shawnee was just asking if we would have a special playlist for Wednesday when you're on stream, and I was like, nah. But the playlist is really just me flustering you. Oh, bless you, Con. Little disdainful kitty sneezes. I laughed too loud and woke him up. My apologies, sir. Okay. Oh, okay. Then maybe we aren't doing a stream on Wednesday. Yeah, that's gonna be after my end time. So we will reschedule that. Never mind, everybody. Maybe we will do the no mic stream on Wednesday then. Right. I will deal with that after stream. Hi, Water Boy. Good to see you. Sippy for Water Boy. And stretchy. Yeah, I thought about checking with you yesterday and then, yeah. Well, you know, so. Alright, stretchy accomplished. Thanks. Oh, I also updated my spreadsheet over the weekend, and I realized that I have made literally 0 cents from ads for like the past 3 months running. So like, I may just say fuck it entirely and never run ads. Must be fall. Yeah, I should still have pre-rolls turned off because that is like an option you get. But they might have taken that away and that's part of the issue. I don't know. So I'll be honest, I don't pay super close attention to whatever bullshit Twitch is doing. Yeah. Well, actually, that's what the book that I've been reading is about. In short, is about how I didn't do it once. Do them all at once. How the increasing ad monetization is actually like companies selling our attention. So the argument of the book is that we are currently in the like attention market era where like the real market is based on something that isn't real and is not actually quantifiable, which would be our attention. Which you can see in like ads and how that has like expanded massively. And I will say, I think the guy's argument for the first half of the book was good. I think he's kind of lost the plot, like his own plot in the second half of the book. Because now he's just kind of like rambling about stuff. But like, so the idea was we used to have a market, like a labor market, which would be part of the industrialization. And now that has moved from not only us selling our labor, but also our attention being sold. No, actually, you have more of a plot, I think, at this point than this guy does. So I spent most of last night reading a chapter where he starts out talking about the Lincoln-Douglas debates. And then, like, kind of devolved into talking about Trump for a huge amount of time. But yeah. And it kind of like, he didn't do a very good job of connecting the beginning of his statement, like the beginning of the thesis statement at the beginning of his chapter to the end. And he keeps like kind of losing himself in the middle because he talks about his own experiences in there, which sometimes is helpful, but lately has not been. Oh yeah, I'm already with you, Arya. Like, I already think this is all bullshit. Which is part of the reason why I'm reading the book, was because I'm stretching my hams. I saw the redeem. But I do think part of the book was good, even if it was more difficult to parse. And now we're in a point where he's just like shoving together various thoughts he had in paragraphs and calling it a chapter. So it's not as cohesive, I think. I think, honestly, this didn't need to be a book. I think it could have been, like, an essay. Like an academic paper. Make me. I will say that this guy started out the book talking about how basically our entire society has now been built into like a siren call. So he was talking about Odysseus and the sirens and plugging his ears and tying himself to the post and stuff like that. And like, it started out as like a very good metaphor, and it just like has disappeared entirely from the book. Like it's just not there anymore. So I feel like maybe he wrote this book in like 2 different halves, and he like forgot what he did in the first half or something. I don't know, but it doesn't feel as connected as it should. It might also just be that I'm tired of listening to him, because I am a little bit. He's kind of a pompous dick. Which again, like, yeah, you kind of have to be a pompous dick to write a book, I feel like. But he has his own, like, news show. So he feels like he knows a lot of things. I need to let that dry before we do stuff, but I think that's mostly clear enough that I will remember what the pattern is when I need to do it later. And it should show up. It is not a particularly even shading job, though. No, it is Chris Hayes. I think that's his name. I'm pretty sure Hayes is the last name. I'm not 100% sure on Chris. And yeah, he has a lot of not great opinions in this book. I will say, like, straight up. And I didn't know him before this book. Like, I really don't know anything about him. All of my information on him is based on what he's writing. And some of his points are very good, but he also has talked a lot about how much he wants to suck AI's dick. And he's been weirdly fat-phobic in the book randomly. And he has some ice cold takes in here. Yeah. So there are things where I was like, I could agree with the general point you're making, but I don't think that this is the example you want to go with. That's fair. Because yeah, he definitely has that like high on huffing his own farts leftist thing going for sure. Yeah. Although I will say that most of the things that people would call left is just not actually left. It really is like, no. Oh, hi, Papa. Oh, your ears are itchy. Like, it isn't even really left anymore. Our concept, especially in America, has been pushed so far that it's like not even left anymore. It's like, oh, if you think a person should be allowed to be a person, you're a socialist commie. And it's like, that's not what left is. Thank you. Going back to frog, I think now, and throwing a paintbrush, because why not? Oh my goodness. Hello, bird outside. That was very loud. Yeah. I don't even know that it's really an arm. I think that's maybe giving it too much credit. You know in the first Deadpool, when he cuts his hand off to get out of the handcuffs, and then his tiny little baby hand is growing? That's it. That's all that's growing out of the center of the chest, is that tiny little baby arm. Like the tiny little baby hand, it's not even the whole arm. Oh, that's fair, yeah. I do think that it's useful. I'm not so great with metric, honestly, but I do think that it's useful overall, like, to know that, because that's what most people use. I've gotten better with Celsius. Me flipping between 35
it's also
different.
the time that we dress up and threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat.
What am I doing? Why did this not save when I did this? Spice! Hi, lesbian! I was looking over, I was like, is that lesbian or is it somebody else? Hi, lesbian, it's been a while. Oh, it did do that. I'm just stupid. Okay. We will do a stretchy and a hydrate. That's fair. I feel that hardcore, lesbian. Like foamy and not even pleasant. Yeah, I'm vibing with that. I like it. Right, I have done stretchy, I have done sippy. What do you put on your tail, Bubba? What's on your tail here? Here. What is that? Why do you have a tomato seed in your tail? Sir, would you like to answer? Where did this come from? Because the only place that has had tomatoes today was my breakfast. You brush your tail over my breakfast? Hmm? He just went back to sleep. He doesn't care. For real, Shawnee. For real. Yeah, I was just gonna say, isn't that the house that the kid is in? But you shouldn't have tomatoes. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet it's from when Greg gave you cheese. Because there's tomatoes in those sandwiches. Khan's not allowed outside, so there is no place indoors where he could grow crops. Unless he decided to, I don't know, keep us from cleaning his litter box for the rest of eternity. Which he would not do. He gets cranky if his litter box isn't clean. Which, again, fair. That's fair. If I was a cat, I would also get cranky about that. I feel that, lesbian. I hope that, I don't know, you can find some balance soon, I guess is a way to put that. What were those books called when I was a kid? There was some series of books, and it was also like a show on VHS from our library that we could get when I was a kid. And I don't remember the name. But one of the things, it was basically like guilting children into taking care of themselves properly a little bit. So like one of the things was a kid that refused to clean out their ears. And so the person planted carrot seeds in their ears that grew, which was supposed to be, you should clean your ears, was the message there. But it was some sort of silly thing, and like she lived in an upside down house. It's like Piggledy Wiggledy, something like that. Yeah. I feel you, lesbian. I really liked those. I thought they were really funny. Which bit, Waterboy? Can we grow carrots in your ears? Because considering the price of food right now, that might not be a bad idea. What's I doing? It's working on the frog. Gotcha. Excellent. A+, Johnny. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked those when I was a kid. Because it was one of those, our local library had a bunch of stuff on VHS. It was one of those, like, weird shows that I, like, got weirdly obsessed with and would ask to borrow like every other week. Which again, hi, that was a hyperfixation. Could somebody have diagnosed me when I was 6, please? What do you mean it's not normal to watch the same VHS tape so often that you wear it out? Because I did that with The Little Mermaid. legitimately, how do you wear out a DVD copy? Like, I know that there's still, like, prone to decomposition and such, but I know with, like, VHS tapes, the magnetic tape wears out. How does that work for DVDs? Is it just like after a while the laser has gone over it so much that it degrades faster? Love that, Shawnee. I love that for you. And that also explains how you ended up friends with so many furries. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I was just like, oh, is there a thing that I don't know here? Because I guess in that regard, I will also say that I have worn out 2 CD copies of Josie and the Pussycat soundtrack. Oh, that's nice, Waterboy. I'm glad you were able to get a copy of it. Yeah, for sure, Waterboy. I have a lot of other symptoms, so it's become kind of like a joke where when I tell a childhood story, I'm like, that was a fucking symptom. Could somebody have diagnosed me, please? Like, definitely not just the hyperfocus thing, but yeah.
I'd like to return to the classics.
Yep, exactly, Shawnee. I did really like Robin Hood. I liked a lot of the older Disney stuff, actually. I really enjoyed Brain, please? Pete's Dragon, like the original one. Yep, I also did that. Yep. I will say also, Waterboy, I think that you have missed this personal development. But I started, like, I'm starting the entry stuff for a mental health clinic, and I had my first assessment a couple weeks ago. And before I even got home, I had PTSD reading materials waiting for me in the patient portal. It took like 10 minutes to drive home. So that woman looked at me and all my question answers and was like, yeah, this bitch is fucked up. And she also said that it probably would take like a week and a half for the people to call me afterwards to schedule the next thing. And I got called within 3 hours to schedule the next step. Yeah, they really looked at me and were like, oh, you need help. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm here. Save me. I thought it was so funny. Hi, Bloom. Yes. I remember Rescuers Down Under because when I was little, McDonald's had Rescuer Down Under like flocked toys, like that soft kind of velvety material. They had those as Happy Meal toys, and then there was a thing where you could mail in a coupon to get a little ornament of them. And I still have one of those ornaments. I don't even remember the name of this character, but the female character, Bianca or something like that, with the little pink beret. Oh, I'm sorry, Waterboy. Yeah, that sucks. I probably will end up, judging by, again, gestures at the political sphere, I'm probably not going to have healthcare very much longer. Just as a guess. Judging by how everything else is going. Which we... It was Bianca. Wow, I remembered. Look at me go. Okay, I do need this green to be deeper, I think, in general. Do this, and then we can add some splooshes. I think I'm gonna do some like green going over here. Give the vibe that the frog continues. Yeah, unfortunately, I live in a red state, so I'm just kind of fucked. Which, speaking of, actually, you know what? Did I make that command? I think I made it that. People in the US, local elections are coming up. Please check when your local election is. You can follow that link. And please vote in your local elections, please, please, because they make a lot more of a difference to your daily life than the big presidential election does. So if you want to make sure that you still have rights in your state, please, 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 please vote. Hi, Doodle. Yeah, I'll agree with that, Bwib. One of the things about art people is that we are not always very good at organization. I look like I'm good at organization, but you guys haven't seen the office where all my shit is in. Everyone's like, oh, you're so organized. I'm like, only on paper, baby. Good. Yeah, that's right. I remember that you were working on that, Aria. Yep, I will also say I'm a big one is voting on the judges that stay in your state or in your city. Because judges that stay as part of the city have a likelihood of moving higher up in the thing, which means that they can eventually get called up into the Supreme Court and blah, 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 blah. So actually researching the judges and seeing if you think that they're disgusting people is a good use of your time, even though it takes a lot of time and makes my brain feel like overcooked oatmeal. Yeah. So here are judges. Yeah, same in this state. You get to vote on whether or not a judge will continue in their job or not. And if they don't get enough votes, or if the oversight board thinks that they have done a bad thing, then they get booted. And I will say, like, it sucks to have to research all the judges. It's awful, and I hate doing it. But it also means that I have voted against a lot of really gross people. Because, like, a lot of judges just, like, don't expect you to actually look into them. Because most people are like, okay, well, if the judge is on the ballot, that's fine, and vote yes all the way down. So they, like, don't hide their disgustingness very well. Which means I can see on their little performance reviews and stuff if they have only listed their church as a thing. Hi, Ghost! Welcome in, everybody! But that means that for people who have only listed their extremely conservative church as, like, the only thing they do outside of their job, I can just go, goodbye. Welcome in! How is your art? Oh, yeah, can Hosier give me a smooch, too? Although I feel like, in general, Hosier wouldn't stop at a smooch. Because that man knows how to yearn like a lesbian does for realsies. Hi, Amma. Hi, Sleepy. I think I saw Tomato, too. Hello. Did I see Tomato? I did. Excellent. Excellent. Good work. I was going on a little rant about how you should vote in local elections when you came in. But if you want to drop socials or something, Ghost, you should feel free so that other people can follow you. Ghost is part of the circle now. Ghost is part of the merge tabs, so you should follow Ghost. I agree, Doodle. Although I don't think that he would want you to get on your knees. I think it would be the other way around, honestly. Just judging on vibes there. Ooh, good luck, Shani. I hope you get your little treat. You deserve treat. Good, Shani. Oh, did I put that in my schedule? Might need to change that. Me thinking of 35 other things I need to do. You know how it is. Yes, go take care of yourself. Absolutely. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Do you think I need to make that yellow around the pupil a little bit more intense once the other eye color is dry? I do definitely need to push the contrast on this guy a fair amount still. And we need to do some like funky blobs. Thank you. We gotta get some blobbies in here because he's looking too smooth. Thank you. Yeah, we still have like the front to do. I just did the like shadowing for the design because I'm gonna go over that with white ink after the end. But I want to, when we deepen up the cocktail color, that'll help me still see it. Yeah, Cap is good with his art like that. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I won't ruin the surprise. I think that's totally fair, Doodle. Mama's like, do I get a treat? Please? A little treat? Thanks. I'm glad that I remembered to bring out more treats. Thank you, Shawnee. Because I've got more of the little toffees that Stars sent me. But they're in the other room, so I had to bring some more out. No, tell the whole class what you want. We need to judge your taste. Oh, I need to work on that glass still. I forgot. Oh, Veffy. I think it's a half hour. Because if I eat too much sugar, I will explode. Oh my god. That thing's as old as my high school degree. Which is mildly horrifying. I think that was the MSN Messenger days for me. And your mom's gonna start that thing up, and it's gonna be like somebody grooming a like nice convertible after driving a 1999 Mazda for their entire life. She's gonna zoom so fast, she's not gonna know what's going on. Thank you. It's the same playlist as every single day. Spotify just decides on how we're shuffling. Like, I'll pick a song to start on, and then whatever it picks from there is all up to it. That's so valid, honestly. Because changing a whole bunch of stuff at once is like a lot. don't think I have any files from that long ago. I might. But I don't know where they'd be. Not that anybody needs to see my files from then, honestly. Anything that I would have saved would be, like, massively embarrassing. Jeez, yeah. Although, I feel like part of the reason both of us don't have the same level of spoons is because we used to mask that hard. So now we're just paying out the spoon deficit. So, like, we really didn't have the spoons back then. We were just taking out of our 401k, and now we're paying for it. Yay, dishes! Yeah, who's got spoons? Not me. Holy shit. You know that point where, like, you haven't done dishes even though you should have done dishes, like, a really long time ago? Where you're, like, seeing what kind of things you can eat with different utensils? Like, how many things can I eat with a single pair of chopsticks before I have to do dishes? That's kind of where I'm at this month, honestly. I'm, like, so past overdrawn, and yet I don't have any time to do anything else. Excellent. That's fair, Doodle, because you're doing that and you're also doing, like, art stuff and you're also doing school. Like, it's too much, honestly. And it's not, like, a fun job, you know?
I'm a shapeshifter, I can be anyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know how that goes.
Kaleidoscopes of others can cover my true colors. The blur of being unseen. I bathe my body in black ink, flat like a flounder, warm like the wrist.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I will come back and we will work on the cocktail, like the actual liquid.
Flat like a flounder, warm like the wrist.
So yeah, I'll be gone for 3 minutes, and then I will come back, and then we will work more. Normally I would say I'm gonna run some ads, but considering as how I haven't gotten a single cent for the last 3 months, fuck Twitch. And I'm just gonna put you guys on the BRB screen, and then I will be back. Okay? Okay. Alright, I'm back. Remembered that I needed to switch over my brother's laundry, so I went and did that. Which was not as simple as he pretended it was going to be, but that's fine. I might actually do another dark layer on the rosemary at some point, but probably not right now. I think I'm just going to go for the cocktail here. Okay, let me go back to the other reference image. Because honestly, I would like to get this done so I can go do something else. So I'm gonna try to lock in. I would probably put a poll in the Discord about whether people would prefer a no mic stream on Wednesday, since that's now an option, or on Friday. Or if you guys want both no mic streams, I'm fine with that too. But we're definitely doing at least one this week. Oh! Okay. Thanks, Doodle. That... Okay. Oh, looks like you got some good folk in that one too, so that's nice. Thank you for the bits too. What did we get? All people we know. That's excellent. All good friendos.
It's also the time that we dress up and threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat.
Oh, I do have some bad news about the trick or treat redeem. That's gonna go away because it has come to my attention that the trick video of the possum getting scared is actually AI. So that's gonna be going away. I forgot to do it before today though. Apparently that's the new AI video fun. Is making scared animals on the porch videos. Which, like, of course, why would I be allowed to have something nice? Something that fits perfectly? Nah, that couldn't happen naturally. That's not allowed. So, yeah, that will be going away. I just forgot to do it today. I will probably leave the possum lady one in, but other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thank you for also subscribing for yourself, Doodle. That was very sweet of you. Yeah. And I considered just like ignoring it, but then that didn't feel right to me, so alas. Thank you. Thank you for bapping me.
Two bros chilling
In the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Thank you for the hype train, folks. Hype trains are always like so much rarer in art streams that I get like jump scared. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Stinky baby, you smell so bad. You smell like wet beef or on to the salad. You're sticky baby, yeah. You're sticky baby, yeah. I don't know if you have or not, Doodle, but thank you either way. Yeah, if you guys want to see a whole list of my bit redeems, like almost all of them are Vines because I refuse to admit that Vine is gone forever, but there is a whole list if you want to aim. There's also a secret run that's at some number that doesn't already have a bit alert between 2 and 500 bits that nobody has found as long as I've streamed. So it's still the same number from when I started streaming. Thank you for the shout out. Yes, Doodle also does a stream occasionally and does, as previously mentioned, take commissions and has commissions open for PNG tubers like the one I'm using now. That's fair. I just know that some people who like really like specific ones will go for that. I'm that kind of person in other people's streams for sure. Sippy accomplished. Oh, I will also do a progress photo. Thank you. I'm assuming that was Shawnee. It hasn't showed up in my queue yet. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Shawnee. Guess what? Is it chicken butt?
What is happening?
Thank you. That's the general one. So like for anything that doesn't have something specified. And also, I think that little skit is so fucking funny. I don't remember what I sent, BP. I'm gonna be honest. I send a thing and it immediately leaves my brain. Like honestly, when Cap or Aiden I send a lot of things to, they'll react to something and I'm like, what made you react like that? And then I have to go back and look because I don't remember what I sent. Yeah, I just thought it was fun when I started streaming. I was like, you know what would be funny? There was like a secret redeem. Oh, we get hype chests. Ah, yes. Okay, that one was a while ago. I remember now. And I know you have in some of them. Because I recall you doing that with, like, Sleepy and Adam sounds, I think. Yeah. Oh, did we all get the love one? Excellent. That is also what I got. Okay. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna do some more shading on the rosemary. I decided. Cat hair. I mean,
Doing amazing, sweetie.
thank you. It's an at-will state, isn't it? You can do whatever you want. I feel like it doesn't really count as a long-term job until you regularly joke about quitting. Like, I feel like that's just how the economy works. Just kidding, unless... Well, thanks for the hype train, everybody, and thanks for going a little bit crazy, Doodle. I say going. You kind of started crazy, but, you know, it was pointed this time. Started crazy affectionate. Hi, Tens! Yeah, just barely.
Where'd all the people go? Yeah, I've got to know what could take them out there. Some like while I'm on the clock, you better stop the operation, I swear. Give me something I can do for myself.
Chugging along. I think the real answer, like, I think the consensus from chat today is that we're all running on, like, -3 spoons. But we stay silly, you know? I feel like that's kind of the vibe we're at today.
We're working hard, but playing harder all night. We never sleep, we're staying up till sunrise. We did our hair and love in front of our eyes. These are the best days of our lives.
How about you? How's life going for you?
Don't know if you can tell I'm the infidel that my hands are so high. Like stars to the monkey bars, I watch the dandelions float through the sky. Give me something I can see for myself.
Oh, I'm glad that's not too bad, the storm. It wasn't a huge disaster.
Fresh taste when the hate's erased. I'm gonna wipe my tears away, so don't stare. We got something, yeah, we can live for ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think I let this dry and then we do the white ink highlights. And then we're done. Well, I still need to ink the text, but I'll do that off stream. Because it's easier to completely stop breathing for a steady line if I'm not streaming. Because that's just how inking goes. Teehee. Yeah, Shawnee was ootin' a boot for a bit there. Had to kick me out of the house again. I don't know. You might have to kick me out of your house if I get there, because there's gonna be some retribution that will happen. Because some people deserve to get smacked a lot, and I'm really happy to provide that service for my friends. Guess I could do more work on shading, like the main area of the glass here, but I honestly don't think it really needs that much. I think it's fine. Because with the shading in the liquid, I think that did just fine, honestly. I did not use most of the way asleep. I also tend to not share pictures without asking people first. Like, there are some people who have given me blanket permission to share whatever they share with me with Kat, but I tend to not do that without real permission. Yeah, exactly. It's just a trustworthy thing. Because sometimes people tell you stuff and, like, even if they don't directly say it, they don't want you to tell other people, so I just assume that unless told otherwise, or I'll ask. Because sometimes I'll mention that somebody sent me something, how well I want to see, and I was like, I'll ask. Okay, I'm gonna work on this a little bit while I'm waiting for that to dry. Do I know what I want to do on this? The answer is no. Fair enough, Shawnee. Yeah, feel free. Feel free to put it in creatures. Ooh, nice. I'm glad, Shawnee. Grim.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got some pizza tins, both as like a backup, but also as a little treat. Hi, Dogai. Good to see you. It goes. We mostly finished our frog and cranberries. I'm just waiting on the actual cocktail area to dry so that I can do highlights with white ink, and then I think that's done. So I'm just working on the little jelly bean while I wait for that to dry completely. How are you doing? I feel like I haven't like properly talked to you in a bit. Welcome back, Ghost. And yeah, I do know how productive procrastination goes. I actually think I got to teach that term to the person who was doing my entry assessment at the mental health clinic. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. As well as things where like glass and water, like liquids, always make me like really nervous because like they don't make sense. The way that they like reflect light and stuff, it takes like throwing away everything else that you know about how light works. So it's hard for me to do. It makes no fucking sense. It's wild. I don't get it. Same with like gummy candies too. Anything that's like kind of clear. It's just like, what are you doing though? Like, can you act like you're normal? Very much that scene from the Babadook where she's yelling at her kid, just be normal. That's what I'm yelling at light through glass. Which maybe I should watch the Babadook. I think I want to watch a horror movie today. I've been feeling it. It is the season. But also, sometimes when your brain is misbehaving, you need to give it something to be scared about, you know? Which, like, to be clear, I don't get that scared. From like horror movies and stuff in general. There are some that I don't like watching, but they don't make me like super scared anymore. Yeah. So I watched a couple like random horror movies that I found searching through Prime, which is like the only streaming service I have access to right now. Hi Herpel, we were talking about you earlier.
Did we summon you? I was talking about how you like spamming commands and stress testing people's streams. So it wasn't even what you think we were talking about. Like what else you are known for. Yeah, I scared you for a second there, didn't I? You were like, it's not a safe place anymore. Nope. We were talking about normal things. One that I watched was about somebody traveling back in time to stop a serial killer that killed their mother. Because the serial killer originally killed a bunch of her friends but didn't kill her. Which was amusing. That one was fun. And then was it last weekend? I watched some random ghost movie that was honestly really shitty. It was a bad movie, but I enjoyed it. I love bad ghost movies. They're so awful. There's one, I might actually try to find it and watch it again, but like, there's one that's called Winchester House, which is not the most famous Winchester House. It's a shitty one from like a couple years before that. That just makes no fucking sense. Like, why it is called Winchester House, I do not know, because it has no relation to the actual Winchester House at all. It's an awful movie, and it is so much fun. I love bad horror movies. When Evil Lurks. Ooh, I will write that thing. I do have a few that I like will rewatch on a regular basis that I just like. So like Skeleton Key is one of my favorites. I very much like what's that other one called? Haunter. And Evil Lurks. Writing that down before I forget. I also enjoy like older horror movies. I believe so, Shawnee. So the Winchester House in this movie is not the Winchester House #1, which like is one of the most recognizable spooky houses in the United States. So I don't know why you would call it Winchester House and then not pay the $300 or whatever to have the actual outside of the Winchester House visible. Like, you don't need to show the outside of the house again. You just need to have it there for like 2 seconds. But this family moves into this house, which again is not the Winchester House. And there's a bunch of random people haunting it, right? And there's this, like, spiritualist guy who's trying to convince them to not go to the house and shows up and helps them and ends up dying. And so his ghost helps them, like, get out of the movie or out of the house at some point. But it turns out that everybody's dead, actually. Like, they died at the beginning of the movie. It's so bad. Like, I know that I'm giving you spoilers for this movie, but, like, it's so bad. There is no, like, preluding to it. Like, there is no build up to it. They're just, like, at the end of the movie, they're like, oh, and everybody was dead. It's like, okay. It was so stupid. And I enjoyed it immensely. It was so bad. Yeah, honestly, it was just like, oh, by the way, I know that we had this guy die, like, right in front of you, and then his ghost showed up without, like, even a half second for you to process that, but also everybody was dead the whole time. Like, okay. Ooh, I haven't watched that one, Shani. I'll put that on the list, too. But I just love really shitty movies, honestly. They're so much fun. There's, a regular one that I used to watch like every Halloween that's called Night of the Lepus, which is about giant killer rabbits, and it is one of the worst produced films of all time. Like, for real. They made it seriously too, which makes it worse. Forrest Kelly is in it, who would be Bones from the original Star Trek series. And it's so stupid. It's so stupid. There's clearly a guy in just a really shitty rabbit suit at one point.
And instead of like, I don't know, making rabbits scary even a little bit, they really just had a very shitty miniature of the town and put some ketchup on some rabbits and sent them through the miniature. And they're just acting like rabbits. Like, they aren't even stampeding or anything. They're just like, hey, sup. Like, they aren't even freaked out. It's so funny. It's awful. It's an awful movie, and I love it so much. That was one I used to watch because I was part of a rabbit forum back when I moved to Alaska and first got a rabbit. It's even worse because they meant to do it seriously, Shawnee. So it's based in Australia, and the idea is that they were trying to solve the rabbit issue, which is a real thing that happened there, where rabbits kind of like overran the entire country. And instead of saving the rabbits and blah 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 blah, what happens is they let their daughter have one of the lab animals as like a pet that has been tested on, and she lets it loose because she gets bullied by another kid, basically. And that's what sets off all of the killer rabbits, is a single escapee, which totally makes sense, right? Yeah, Night of the Lepus. It's so bad. It's so bad. And because it was so bad, but it was kind of like a cult classic because it was so bad, they tried to make a second one. And every single one of the actors from the original one said, I'm not fucking doing that again. And you know what? Props to them. Because they got, made fun of to hell and back for that movie. It's so bad. It's beautiful. And I do have a DVD of it, even, somewhere. Though I don't know that I have anything to play a DVD with, really, at this point. Yes. Forrest to Kill You is honestly, weirdly attractive. Even his bones. I don't know, there's something about that man. He knows how to fuck. I don't know how to explain it. But you cannot look at Bones, the character, and not go, oh yeah, that man eats pussy until you scream. It's so clear. It's so clear. And they make him out to be, the womanizer on the ship. And somehow we've decided that Kirk is the womanizer, which is not even remotely true. Kirk is the biggest simp in the entire fucking world. Kirk is the hosier of Star Trek. He wants you to take him to church. And literally every single ex he runs into in the original series, he's like, I was going to marry that woman. That man is a simp. He is a simp. For realsies. And we love him for that. But for some reason, the joke has ended up him being the womanizer, which is so not true. It's so not true. That's Bones. Colin has decided that I was talking too loudly. I got too passionate. Yeah, Kirk likes to slap things because he's mad about stuff. Absolutely agree, lesbian. I also think that is a big case. Also, the new Star Trek movies did not help with that. Which, those didn't help with anything, if you ask me, but nobody does. I hate those movies. They're so bad. Stop giving people who don't like the source material power over the source material, please. Okay, I think this is pretty much done. I'm going to end up doing a white ink over the pattern on the mug, which again I will do off stream, I think. Okay.
guess I'll do some of the white ink on here. It's mostly like the cranberries and then the design on the glass. And some little eye highlights for our guy here.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Ah, noted. I will check after I'm done streaming. Because I can't pull up Discord on my laptop or everything will implode. Your lightsaber. Hi, Bewitch. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Well enough. I feel like we're all like going through it, but you know what I mean. Where else on Frog do I need highlight? Right here. Because he do be moist. Thanks, Shani. Yeah, brain is soup. Except maybe it's like not nice soup, you know? It's like soup that's been sitting in the pot that you forgot about for a while. So it's kind of like it's off, but you're like, maybe I can still eat it. Maybe it'll be okay because I don't want to make any other food, you know? That's kind of where I'm at. Oh, yeah, that's clever. Me sitting here like, wait, there it is. Okay. Back to the other reference image. This is the problem with having so many reference images and like bit bopping back and forth. Yes, lesbian. Yeah, the skin. It's kind of like how once you reheat cheese, it can never be the same again. That's what my brain is like. Honestly. Oh, that this effect is really doing what I want it to. Oh, The Witch. Yeah, sorry. Me totally spacing out and only reading like every other message. There's a disease that affects rabbits called myxomatosis, which I'm guessing is what that's related to. Hi, princess. How you doing? It's uni like unicorn, correct? I think I remember that. It's not something like a lot of people would need to know about, honestly, because it's pretty localized to, if I remember correctly, and I may not because it's been a while, but pretty localized to like Central and South America, I think. I might be misremembering though, because again, it's been a while. But most rabbit people, like, especially back in the day, there weren't a lot of specialized small animal vets. So you just got this one medical rabbit textbook that had pretty much everything you needed to know and did it yourself. Which is the only reason why most of us know all the weird shit, is because you just read through the entire book like a weirdo. Which I still have that book somewhere. I don't know where it is though. Because again, haven't had to use it in a long while. Yeah, actually, you shouldn't. Carrots are like a treat food and not like all the time food, despite what Bugs Bunny would tell you. Because they have a lot of sugar in them, so it can also cause like intestinal issues. I think maybe I need to soften that up for it to be what I want it to be. I feel like that's a little bit too intense. Thank you, everything, for falling over there. That was super helpful of you. Yeah, for some reason it became like the thing for rabbits to eat carrots. And that's not what should be happening. Yes, they can. They incubate inside their body. Sure. As long as you're okay with me not giving it if I think that it's not a topic that I should give advice on. Yeah, the rabbit problem in Australia was really, really bad. Like, completely destroying crops and stuff, which is the point of Night of the Lepus. Like, that's the major plot point. Yes, excellent, Shawnee. The other one that I think it was Looney Tunes, it might not have been, but the whale singing Figaro. That's the other one. That's like classic. Like, what do you think when you hear Figaro? And I'm like, a whale. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, did you guys not watch classic cartoons? I feel sad for you. No, I don't think that's a bad idea. That could be really interesting. Like a good kind of character study thing. Yeah, I got you. Yes. That fat ass horse. We love her. Iconic. I was talking about, I think it was in Stars' stream probably, that I should do the fat ballerina hippos from Fantasia as a Halloween costume sometime. The haunts. Oh, I just put 2 and 2 together. Were you sending me a bunch of possum videos, Shawnee? Me spending all my time on details that won't be visible in the final print? It's more likely than you think.
You're getting further from me, but I'm the one who knows better. I'm the one who's know better, and she'll always know better, and she's always know better.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I do still have it. I have it saved. So I did talk about it. You're right. I still have it saved in my alerts videos. And I was like, oh, I should add that, and then immediately forgot. And then I forgot until I started upstream today, and I was like, ah. Yes, yes, you were right. I did talk about that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be really cool. She's always know Okay. I think that's better. It feels a little bit more like a frosted vibe. Like etched and frosted. I do still think that the white ink is a little bit intense. Yeah, this is another Young Bae one. Yee. I do like his stuff. There is one of the album covers that, like, it does not match with the vibes. Because it's just like a hot chick that's naked on a bed. That album slaps. I know that the cover looks like it's disgusting, but I promise that it's really good. It's one of those things that looks like, ooh, straight man music, but it's actually really good. Yeah. It's just one of those, like, he does the covers kind of based off of what music he's remixing. So the album that he did with a bunch of, like, anime music has, like, an anime girl on the front and stuff like that. So that one was, like, a bunch of 70s remixes. Like 70s and 80s stuff. No, because I like country. There's good country. There is. But I mean straight man music, like, more along the lines of, like, blurred lines kind of stuff, where it's like, that's not hot, that's literally just sexual assault. What are you talking about? There is, very true, Shawnee. There is quite a bit of gay country. You just gotta look. You can't just believe them when they say that all country is ick, you know? Hello? Hello? Hi, Barely Watercoloring. Good to see you again. Yeah, we get to blame country going downhill on 9/11, just like many other things. Hi guys, welcome in. How are you doing? How's stream? What were you working on today? Yeah, there's a lot of bad country. If you guys want, like, not quite as gross country, I did make a playlist when Rainbow was doing the sub-drawing for country music. So it isn't like, there is some weird nationalist stuff, but my opinion is that you can have a little bit of weird nationalism if your song slaps enough. But it's not all gross. That's fair. Honestly, some days I feel like that. And thank you very much. I'm trying to get this little pattern on here to a point that I'm happy with it, because I want it to look like it's etched into the glass, and the white ink was a little bit too intense, so I'm kind of like toning it down a bit. But if anybody wants the link to that playlist, let me know, and I can drop it in our Discord. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. This is gonna be a little postcard print, because I'm starting a new tier on my Patreon to get a print every month, like a little postcard one. So this is gonna be the first one for next month. Yes, another one, Bewitch. So we've been working on this. It's kind of lightly based off of the meme. I can speak words. Cranberries and frog. It must be fall. Yeah. So I already do a sticker club of the month. Like a sticker a month club through my Patreon, and I can manage that pretty well. So we're gonna go for this and see how I do. But yeah, so the sticker for this month is this little cheeky ghosty, who happens to be on clear vinyl so that they look extra ghostly. So that's the one for this month. So if you join my sticker club tier, it's $5 USD a month. If you join it for this month, this is the sticker you will be getting in the mail. But yeah, unless you're in Canada, because the post strike is going. Just small business owner things. Tee. Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah, so I do a bunch of really weird ones. If you want to look at all of the past stickers, the link on my website, thetenderkatiebean.com. That'll take you to photos of all of the stickers that I've done for the sticker club. But barely watercoloring, what you said you were doing garbage, but I feel like that's probably not 100% true. But if you want to drop some of your socials and stuff in chat, you should feel free to, so folks can follow you. Or if you just want to, you know, wander off and go to the bathroom and get a snack after streaming, that is also perfectly valid. Okay, I think adding some red to that actually helped a lot. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and do a thing, you know? Because, like, even if it doesn't turn out like how you liked it, it's still learning and part of the process, you know? I guess the other thing to do is put the design on this. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you could tell, this is my possum persona. This PNG YouTuber is by Doodlebee, who is a friend and a general cool weirdo who takes commissions for this now, does PNG tubers. This one was a gift during Art Fight. But yeah, Doodle does really good work, so I highly suggest. And then the other thing that I've been working on and off a little bit lately are these little jelly bean flavors. Because those are going to be the new Patreon tier logos, because I'm updating all of them since I'm adding the new tiers. So there's different flavors. The hot chocolate one is not going to be a Patreon tier. That one's an extra, but I am probably going to do that as the sticker club sticker for December is what I'm thinking. But yeah, all sorts of flavors. So this is the last one to finish of that series. So yeah, that's what I've been trucking along on. I was just thinking I should probably add like a highlight to this candy cane. Just gonna pick up some of the red on there, but you know. Thank you. And then the plan for this is I'm going to do white ink over the pattern that I have on here. It's like a little snowflake pattern. Because I think that would be cute. I think it's cuter if it's in white. Why I think that? I couldn't tell you. Just feels like snow-like, you know? I can do that. And then we're probably wrapping up, unfortunately, but I do have a cool person that we can go visit, who we often go visit, which is Goose Town, who also does art, but I believe is gaming today. Oh, excellent. We can go see some cozy Animal Crossing vibes. I don't know that I've seen them play New Horizons, actually. I've only seen them play like Wild World. But that was forever ago. I think they said that their save got messed up. This actually reminds me that I have apple cider. Like the hot apple cider powder that I got. I could have a warm drink after stream as a little treat. Because I also have caramel syrup, which if you put it in the apple cider powder drink, it tastes like a caramel apple and it's delicious. So I might do that. Yeah, I always need caramel. Honestly, I love caramel. Oh, I didn't write that down, but I need to remember to put poll in Discord. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good, Shawnee. I love a caramel chip. I also love a butterscotch chip. Getting the little peppermint chips is good too for like... Yes, I do. I am still all the rage about salted caramel. Gimme. Gimme all the sea salt caramel. Put it in my mouth. A+ addition to the universe. Maybe. Like, they would take a while to melt, I think. So if you like having a texture in your drink, that might be good. Or you could use it as, like, extra topping on your whipped cream kind of a thing. Yeah, I don't want to get with the times. I want to eat what I want to eat. Which, to be fair, most of the time I don't want to eat, so. But yeah, I don't know where Dubai chocolate came from. Like, obviously Dubai. But, like, that and the Boo Boos just came out of nowhere. And, like, I don't know where they came from. But they were suddenly here for 2 weeks. And now I haven't heard anything about them. In, like, a month. That's so funny, Shawnee. You ever have a food craving so strong you make an OC about it? Oh, fuck yeah, though, guy. I mean, honestly, in this case, it just means that you got really excited again. So, like, you were like, man, I want a sweet treat. And then the universe was like, here you go. So that's pretty sweet, honestly. No pun intended, but I will pretend like I did that on purpose. Greg said he would be home by now. Me just checking the time, like, what the hell time is it? Excellent. I'm happy for you. I'm not a big brownie person in general. Like, I'm not the biggest chocolate person. Although, I will say that I just got a new pack of the Tony's Chocolonely with the sea salt and caramel in it. And I'm excited to crack those bad boys open. Because you can get a pack of like 3 bars at once. They also make little bite-sized ones that are like individually wrapped. Which maybe I should get more of so I can like keep them in my bag and stuff. They're good for out here too, for like stream treats. That was not the line I intended to make. I do like a blondie. I also am just a fan of like sugar cookies. I like things that are vanilla. Like, just in general, if that's the main flavor, I'm super down. I also really like a molasses cookie. That's also really good. I also like redheads. As a matter of fact, I'm dating one. Oh, it's time for how it's made. Oh, I need to do white ink for the highlights and the hot chocolate too. That's what I'm forgetting. Maybe after stream, I'm gonna take a quick shower. I feel gross. Not in like the fun, nasty kind of way. Okay. I think that's good. Okay, I think that's done. I think also our frog is done. I think that is where we call it for today, my friends. Because I do not have another project inked yet. I do have them sketched. I just haven't gotten them inked onto the art paper yet. So yeah. No, he wants to be in there, Bewitch. You can't force people to come out before they're ready. Oh, I feel that, Shani. Like, me too, bestie. So we can make a clean the skin pact today. And you know what? You could even bring a brownie with you into the shower if you wanted to. You could have a shower brownie as an extra little treat. That's so fine, Bewitch. You do not need to apologize because I like it. As we scour the flesh and we eat a treat. We must enter the wet. Which Khan will not be pleased about. He does not like it when I shower. He always like waits for me at the top of the stairs and he's so concerned, but he does not want to come into the bathroom. You heard me. Get on it. Alright, I would say that today it was pretty dang successful as far as art goes. I will have some new projects for us to work on Wednesday, which will be bugs. So if you don't like bugs, you probably won't want to be here, but that's okay. Refund yourself for that one, Shawnee. It hasn't even come up, but I know that it's Shawnee. Because I was gonna anyways. Because if we're gonna go raid Goose, Goose would like to see what I'm doing. I will also do a sippy. And I need to just ink the happy fall and then that's done, but I'm going to use my brush pen, which is in the other room. But yeah, there we go. All right, I'm going to switch over to the ending screen because that is, in fact, what is happening right now. We're going to go bother Goose. Because I know Goose, I'll get in there and Goose will be like, get out of here. And I'll be like, okay, thanks. Go do your self-care. And I'll be like, yep, thanks. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's always nice. And always nice to chill with y'all. Shawnee has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. The second one has an emote you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So please copy and pasta the one that is relevant to you if you will be joining us on our little journey over to Goose today. Thanks for hanging out and being niceies and all that kind of stuff. I'll be back Wednesday and Friday. I'm going to put a poll in our Discord about what you guys would like for a mic-less stream, because that's a thing I think I'm going to do on the regular now. I think one stream a week will be mic-less. And this week we get a choice of Wednesday or Friday. But I will also do just like a general which day is better for you kind of a thing. And no, there is not going to be an option for do whatever you want. You guys are going to make the decision for me. I don't want to make my own decision. You can't make me. Can you tell that I'm tired of doing business shit? What else do I have to say? That's off the table. I don't need to say that. What else? I think that's it. I will remind you that next Monday there will not be a stream. So a week from today, there is no stream because I have another mental health place appointment. They're going to look at my brain and tell me what's wrong. Theoretically, I mean, I have to answer questions in order to do that, but yeah. The things that I usually say. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other. And then we can meet up back here on Wednesday for a little top up and either a little chat or a little co-work. We'll find out. We'll see. Because I do have like a lot to do. It might be 2 mic-less streams this week. We'll see. We'll see how much I can get done. But let's go say howdy to Goose. Goose is a good friendo and hangs out a lot. Is a nice place to just hang out and appreciates a lurk. So you can just hang out there if you want to. Yeah, I'll see y'all on Wednesday, okay? Okay, bye.